May I come in, sir?
Yes, do.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good
sir.
evening. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
You're Disha?
Yes, sir.
Disha, you're comfortable in English?
Yes, sir.
Will that be your preferred medium for interview?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Disha, you must have noticed that we are trying to be as careful as possible when it comes to COVID.
Yes.
And that's why we have taken many steps, and one of them is that we have kept your chair at adequate distance.
Yes, sir.
So in this room, you're at safe distance from anybody else. That makes you safe and that makes others feel safe, right?
Yes.
Another advantage of keeping this distance is that if you wish to remove your mask, you'll be feeling safe because you're at adequate distance. Would you like to remove your mask?
Yes, sir.
Please do. You're comfortable?
Yes, sir.
You are not showing any symptoms yourself, right?
No, sir.
Fine, Disha. Let us start then. To begin with, I want you to introduce yourself to the board members in a manner that your name is not repeated, your caste, your community or any other identity marker is not revealed. Please do.
Sir, as you know, my name is Disha Shrivastava.
That was not to be repeated. Yes.
I am a 2017 civil engineer graduate. Further, I started my civil services preparation. My option is geography and I have varied interests as in meditation, writing and dancing.
Okay, you are a graduate engineer of batch 2017.
Yes, sir.
Your branch was?
Civil engineering, sir.
You did civil engineering. So, I'm sure you have taken civil engineering as your optional paper?
No, sir.
Any particular reason for that low level of confidence in your parent discipline?
Sir, when I started my preparation in 2017, I looked at the syllabus of civil engineering and I found it to be very vast and not adequate sources present at the time since I prepared on my own.
Okay, so despite studying for 4 years, you found that the UPSC syllabus is vast and you didn't know where to find resources for it.
Sir, I already had a lot of interest in geography since my academics, so I thought that it would be preferable for me to go with it.
Okay, and you're originally from Gorakhpur.
Yes, sir.
Gorakhpur has that mutt which is known everywhere.
Yes, sir.
What exactly is a mutt and how is it different from monasteries, Bihar?
Sir, Gorakhnath Mutt is actually a place where all the yogis and the people who are related to it, they reside there and they do their worshipping and their devotion towards God. Monastery has some different strict regulations and rules which is variant from that of the mutt.
This mutt in your district which you mentioned, what exactly is the philosophy of it and how is it different from say the other prevalent philosophies of time?
So this Gorakhnath Mutt is actually a place where an important proponent of Tantricism, Guru Gorakhnath, he took the Samadhi there. So it became famous after that point and it is another specific...
What exactly is Tantricism as you mentioned?
So actually it became a branch of Bhakti movement itself. There they had different and specific methods to please and show their devotion towards the God.
And what is the God in the Gorakhnath philosophy?
So,
whether the God exists or not?
Sir, they did not specifically worshipped one particular God. They believed in it. Actually, the philosophy behind it is somewhere still an ambiguity, and they believe that the God exists is in the form of like we see in Tantricism, goddess Kali. So they used such methods and variations to show their devotion.
Okay, you have taken geography as your optional paper, and geography, as you said, was you like geography more than your own discipline. So I'm sure you're very good at geography. Sir will be asking you more about it. But just tell me, if you look at rivers in UP,
yes, sir.
It's a strange thing that after Prayagraj, the river is called Ganga and not Yamuna. I could never understand. In geography, how do we decide which river is tributary of the other? What is the method of deciding?
So actually, when Ganga enters into UP, Ganga originates from Gangotri and Yamuna joins Ganga. We see it.
Why are you saying Yamuna joins Ganga and not the other way around?
So it's basically depends on the volume of the water it contains. Ganga,
you're confident about it because that's not the case as I know. But you are saying that volume of water decides that which is distributary and which is tributary. Is that the case?
So it also depends upon the direction and sir, I'm not very much sure about this. Sir,
That's
I will
the
look into
better
it.
answer actually. Okay, you have mentioned that you like writing.
Yes, sir.
If you look at, you write in Hindi or English?
Sir, I write in both the mediums.
Both the medium. So if you look at the women writers of Uttar Pradesh,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me why women writers from Uttar Pradesh, especially in Hindi, never got that kind of a prominence which the men folks did actually?
So there are multifaceted reasons. First of all, the patriarchal mindset has been there. Also, women as in writing there has not been a lot of women into the sector as well. But there are few names as Mahadevi Verma. We recently saw that she celebrated her birthday. She used to celebrate her birthday along with the Holi. And then there is Janki Devi as well. So they did well, and they are known throughout India for their work.
UP has contributed a lot to literature.
Yes.
But there are many, it has impacted literature a lot.
Yes, sir.
But many believe a lot of this impact is actually a bad impact. क्या क्या नुकसान हुआ है उत्तर प्रदेश का साहित्य को?
ऐसा कोई नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट में भी याद नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, सॉरी सर.
So one, for instance, is that in Indian Hindi writing or Indian writing in general, more specifically about Hindi writing, the Brahmanism is the impact of Uttar Pradesh on literature. It's all about all Brahminical, both in terms of content as well as in terms of the writing culture. And it's a bad impact, it is said. Don't you agree?
Sir, I completely do not agree with this, because I do not think that Brahmanism exactly had a bad impact on literature.
Can Brahmanism has good impact on anything?
Sir, the ancient Varna system has divided all the people in India into 4 castes. So Brahmanism had always got a prominence over there, but it is also a very inculcating and very influencing culture, and it has varied proponents of in itself.
That makes it good?
So the approach may be different. It may impact people differently, but I feel that if we take it in a particular and in a socioeconomic beneficial ways, it will definitely have a good impact. So even Gandhiji wasn't against the Varna system. So
even that won't make it good.
Okay, sir.
So you are technocrat. Finally, with your discussion showing you are technocrat, right? And we have actually an act passed by our parliament. We call it Mapping and Geo-Specific Data Act, right?
Yes.
So look, because of this act, this is a kind of amendment, right, in mapping and Geo-Specific data.
Yes,
how
sir.
this is going to enrich our GIS and civil engineering? How?
So actually the data available from the GIS was not very much accessible to all the people earlier from our previous act. So this act made it available to all the private sector as well as the new startups and the people who are coming into this sector. So this made it more viable and more easily accessible, thus boosting the ease of doing business and also other fronts of our government. When it comes to civil engineering, it also provides us deeper introspect and insight into the geological perspective of the project.
Up to what scale? Look, this particular act has allowed private sector to develop a 2D, 3D, right, map and high resolution map. Up to what scale?
Sir, I do not exactly remember the scale.
Sure, technically, that's why I was asking what scale. Only up to certain scale, look, this has been allowed.
Yes, sir.
Not for all scale. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Look, what part of geography specifically you consider good enough for you, so that I would like to ask few questions. So you give me topic, I will ask question.
Sir, I'm comfortable in human and physical, both of the geographies.
Both geography, human as well as physical.
Physical, yes.
Okay. So my first question is from a very important topic, that is also in civil engineering, we call it actually channel morphology. Right? In channel morphology, we draw 2 type of profile. One is called actually attestation and the second is downstream. So what is the basic difference? Attestation and downstream data.
Sir, I cannot recall, sorry.
You can't recall. So in physical geography, what part you would like to consider best for you?
Sir, geomorphology and climate.
So that was geomorphology. Okay. My very important question is from tectonic earthquake. look, recently or recent past, several earthquake occurs in Delhi NCR.
Yes.
And there what look actually epicenters is around Delhi NCR.
Yes, sir.
So what are the most important causes behind frequent occurrence of earthquake of low intensity, right, in Delhi NCR?
Sir, I feel that there are multivariate reasons for it. First of all, the Delhi already is situated in the moderate earthquake zone, and other the areas as in Pakistan as well as in Rajasthan, which is the Alwar.
This is not the answer, please. Sorry, this is not the answer. A specific reason you tell me. Look, Delhi NCR having several fault lines. Look, Delhi Muradabad fault line. There is the three but Yamuna fault line. A great fault line, Western Great Fault Line is passing there. So these are the answers, not what actually that answer. Okay.
Sir,
Next question is what? Look, this year itself, right? This is the March,
Yes,
beginning of March, and in beginning of March we are experiencing what local cyclone. We have seen 2 days back there was a dust storm in Delhi NCR.
Yes.
So this is the phenomena must occur in what month of May and June, but this happened in what look actually March. So what is the reason behind occurrence of local cyclone in March itself, and that is the first week, second week of March? Why? This is climatology. So now I am telling you, you give me a topic in which you are very comfortable, I will ask question. A specific topic.
So I'm comfortable with human geography as well.
Human geography.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in human geography, look, we have to discuss, look, three type of theory of optimization of population. One is called Malthus, right? Second is Marx, and third is what?
Demographic.
Neustein, Thompson. All three theories are being used in our new population policies.
Yes.
So where is the use of what Malthus? What particular Malthus content we are using to control population of India for optimization of population? And second, Marx. And the third is what? Neustein, Thompson.
So the Malthus theory specifically says, as we know, that the population increases. Population increases exponentially, but the food availability does not increase exponentially. Resources does not exceeds exponentially. And after a while, after quite a while, the population stagnates, and due to various negative checks, as we have seen.
I have not asked what the actual Malthus theory.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking what element of Malthus we are using in population policy to control population for optimization of population.
Yes.
Look, Malthus optimization of population is controlling birth rate.
Yes.
That is cafeteria approach
Yes.
that we are using. That is very important. What particular things of Marx we are using for optimization of population?
Sir, the Malthus theory is directly related to Corona and COVID-19.
Marx.
So Marx specifically focused on capitalism somewhere. He said that as the
No. Marx is what considering capital intensification. If you increase capital intensification, whatever the number of population will never going to be overpopulation. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Disha, you comes from Gorakhpur.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about something the Purvanchal Expressway.
Sir, Purvanchal Expressway is the largest expressway which has been developed. It is 302 kilometers, and Purvanchal Expressway actually connects Gorakhpur in the east to Prayagraj in the west.
Is it so? Gorakhpur is a destination in this route?
Sir, actually we are linking another Gorakhpur Link Expressway for that, but
I'm talking about the Purvanchal Expressway which starts from the Lucknow and ends up to the Balia.
yes, sir.
So
Sorry, sir,
Gorakhpur falls in this somewhere?
No, sir. Gorakhpur Link Expressway will link Gorakhpur to Purvanchal.
I didn't ask that. Right. Anyway, International Bird Festival has recently been organized.
Yes.
In which district of Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, I cannot recall.
You
sir.
cannot recall. Certain Ramsar sites have been added into this list
Yes, sir.
from Uttar Pradesh.
Yes.
Can you recall any 2 or 3 sites?
Yes, sir. Sir, Sur Sarovar has been recently added, which is from Agra. Then we have Nawabganj Bird Sanctuary. Sir, already we have Upper Ganga Riparian Stream.
Anything from Gorakhpur?
No, sir, not in the Ramsar site.
Not in the Ramsar site?
Yes, sir.
Is there any wetland in Gorakhpur?
Not, sir. I cannot recall as of now.
Ramgarh Tal?
Yes, sir. It is there. Ramgarh Tal is there in Gorakhpur.
It has been added.
No, sir. Ramgarh Tal is not added in the
Not
Ramsar
added?
site. No, sir.
Have you heard of the Kaja Kalas? Kaja Kalas is the name of a woman who has recently been appointed as the Prime Minister.
So
In
I've
which
heard
country?
of her name. I cannot recall the
You
country,
cannot
sir.
recall.
Sorry.
Have you heard of the Rohini Committee?
Yes, sir. I've heard of it.
What is all about?
So it was about the categorization of the OBC.
OBCs.
Yes.
Categorization in what sense?
It's a creamy layer and non-creamy layer.
That's already exists, creamy layer and non-creamy layers.
Yes, sir. So, but there are other issues and several Supreme Court judgments which are challenging somewhere the categorization already.
All right. There is a Sabrimala verdict.
Yes,
We have already seen and we had gone through. So there are two principles which has been came out out of this
Yes.
verdict. One was like essentials of the religious practice, and another was constitutional morality. Which principle you find yourself much close, whether constitutional morality or essentials of the religious practices?
So, constitutional morality.
If you had been in the place of Indu Malhotra, Justice Indu Malhotra,
Yes, sir.
where you would have gone?
So, I would
Because
have
she cited, essentials of the religious practice.
yes, sir. So, I would have gone for the constitutional morality.
What exactly constitutional morality dictates?
So, equality of rights.
Equality of rights.
Yes, sir.
Recently, United States has asked India to play a major role in its neighboring country, Afghanistan. It wants to pull it out from the situation.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the wiseful, for India in this situation? Like whether it should involve in this situation itself, or like it can take the decision by its own.
So, I think that it's definitely in the benefit of
Mostly, India is like following, or you can say somehow making it's a greater understanding about because of the natural alliance. So India might go with the dictates or kind of the policies with the dictated by the US. So in this case, whether India's interest would be compromised while it is being involved in the Afghan crisis, how the India's best interest could be served in Afghanistan. I hope you got the question.
Yes, sir. So, India should definitely contribute and take interest in Afghanistan matters. As we have seen that our foreign minister is visiting Afghanistan right now for the Heart of the Asia conference, upholding its interest, because Afghanistan is prime important to us, even when it comes to the Chabar port, or also when it comes to the surpassing Pakistan and upholding our supplies from the Middle East, the oil supply which we get from the Iran. We are also.
Are you aware of the Afghanistan history?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Fine. So, Disha,
Yes.
you've also mentioned that you like dancing.
Yes.
Tell me, which classical dance is associated with UP?
Sir, Kathak.
Which gharana of Kathak is more important when it comes to UP?
So there are several gharanas, Prayagraj, Lucknow. As per more important, Lucknow gharana is like more prominent, and people generally go for Lucknow gharana.
And if we look at the folk dances of UP,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me 2-3 more important folk dances?
So there is Rai Danda and Pai Danda from Bundelkhand. There is Charkul.
Of late, we have seen that when it comes to culture,
Yes.
the kind of sophistication many states have exhibited, UP appears to be, in terms of organizing dances and other things, it appears as if we are lagging behind when it comes to the cultural activities that should have been taken. One obviously is the resources thing, but what are other factors that are dictating all this? I won't say lull, but it's not as much as it should be, the kind of activities, especially in the terms of dances. What are the factors that is affecting? Is there something that kind of a moral policing thing still working, or you believe that's no more the case?
So I think when it comes to culture, UP has been doing pretty well right now, because all the folk dances. We recently saw that our Ayodhya Jhanki, it got the best Jhanki on 26 January as well. So when it comes to culture, I literally feel that UP is very diverse, and it is actually.
Was it a dance exhibit, honestly?
No, sir. It wasn't.
wasn't?
No, sir.
Yes.
It represented our culture somewhere.
That I agree. That's what I'm saying. In terms of other cultural products, it appears that dance has taken a backseat in last few years, and other cultural, especially the religious aspects, have given prominence.
Yes.
And that's what my worry is. Isn't dance as a cultural product is not being given that kind of importance which otherwise it used to enjoy it?
So the reasons may be because being in the North India, we are actually a product of a lot of civilizations and cultures which visited at that time. So somewhere people associate Kathak with Mujra and other form of dancing which they do not prefer very much. So this patriarchal mindset need to be changed somewhere, sir.
Fine. Fine, Disha. It was nice talking to you. Your interview is
Thank you,
over. You can go now.
Thank you, sir.
आइए दिशा बैठिए. Yes. Tell me, how was it? What are the areas you believe that you're doing fine, and where you believe कि सर यहाँ थोड़ा सा और देखना.
Sir, I think I need to look upon geography more a bit.
See, Disha, you're definitely a very, very interesting candidate when it comes to the interview. You're a young candidate, around 23, 24, right?
Yes.
One of the younger candidates there. You have a good background as far as your education is concerned, and your preparation is not bad. But when it comes to translating these good traits into a good performance in an interview,
Yes, sir.
I believe there are a few suggestions you can work on. As I said, your personality is good, your entry is good, in general your appearance is good, your sitting posture is good. I'll be coming to your voice thing a little later, but in general, and also the hand movement thing, but that I'll come later. But eye contact is not bad, and flow is good as long as we consider the speed as flow, but that's not the case when it comes to interview, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have to work on, one is the voice thing. As I mentioned, that you have this huge speed which is affecting the voice clarity. At certain level it went really, really fast, especially when you were discussing certain points with sir. It was really, really fast.
Okay,
So
sir.
that has to be avoided. Why? Because the pauses has its own significance when it comes to verbal communication, right?
Yes, sir.
There's no point, it's not a game of words per minute, it's more about how effective the communication is.
Yes, sir.
So I understand that one has to be the natural self. So if reducing your speed a lot will affect your communication, will affect your natural self, then maybe you'll let it go. But my advice will be that think over it.
Sure, sir.
Right.
I will work on it.
That is one thing you have to work on. Similarly, this hand clasping thing, when you clasp your hand while sitting,
Yes,
and you have this huge speed, the total impact become, I won't call it arrogance. It's not arrogance actually, but it is intimidating sometime.
Okay.
It can be, it is not here, but it can be intimidating sometime to certain board members there. What will happen? So just think about it. Somebody who's 60 plus, a young girl is coming, right? Sitting like in a combative mode, having a huge speed. What will happen? Their ego will get
Yes, sir.
no, but वो क्या करेंगे? वो फिर उस तरीके से अच्छा आ गए तो बताइए. You're getting my point?
Yes, sir.
And this kind of combat can have only one loser, and that's you.
Yes,
So there's no point. So make sure that you're not appearing intimidating to them. Here it wasn't, but to them. My experience is that you are on that borderline that it can be intimidating to them.
Sir, I will work on it.
So that is one advice I have to give. Second, overall impact sometimes appears that you are a well cared, homely, dulari beti at home. You're getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So that is very nice when you're visiting a relative and they find a girl like this. So it's okay. It can be, she can be given an extra chocolate. But SDM Naukri, SDM key is not extra chocolate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it cannot be claimed for being a dulari girl. It has to be claimed on the basis of traits. You have those traits.
Yes.
But you are letting those traits go down and letting this dulari beti trait go up. So you have
So
to
how to work on it? I mean, I do not understand.
The best thing is that one, speak a little less.
Okay.
Second, speak only when it matters.
Okay.
Stop the guesswork at all.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not that speaking more will not necessarily mean good communication.
Yes, sir.
Right? So these things will make you serious person. Serious, not necessarily a sad face. Serious means I mean business serious. Right? That kind of stuff. I'm here to take what I deserve. rather than expecting you to give me like chocolate. It cannot be given, right?
Yes.
Other thing, I'm giving this detailed thing because you have huge potential and you are, I mean, doing perfectly fine. Other things you're doing absolutely fine.
Thank you, sir.
So just work on these few things. I'm
Sir,
sure you'll
I
do
definitely
very,
will.
very good, right?
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.